Psychopaths are not monsters. They are simply wired differently from everyone else. Today, I will show you exactly how their broken minds truly work. But here's the twist: nobody ever tells you about these people. The one thing that makes them dangerous is not what you expect. The scariest psychopath you will ever meet looks completely normal and charming. He might be your coworker, your neighbor, or someone inside your family. Science says roughly 1 in every 100 people carries these same traits. Their brain is not damaged, it is built around a different wiring. The amygdala, which controls fear and guilt, stays quiet inside their heads. That means threats, punishment, and consequences barely register emotional weight at all. Most people freeze up from fear, but psychopaths calmly walk straight through. This is not always a curse. Sometimes this wiring becomes an advantage. Surgeons, lawyers, and CEOs often score surprisingly high on psychopathic personality traits. Cold decision-making under pressure keeps them calm while everyone else panics. Movies love painting psychopaths as knife-wielding killers hiding inside dark basements. Reality is far quieter. Most psychopaths never break a single actual law. They simply learn to mimic emotions they genuinely never feel inside themselves. Understanding this difference changes everything about how you see dangerous people today. Watch closely and you'll notice their smiles rarely reach their eyes. They study your reactions like a script, then perform the perfect response. Empathy for them becomes a tool instead of an actual honest feeling. They know exactly what sadness looks like without ever feeling it themselves. This calculated performance is why many charm rooms are full of strangers instantly. Charisma becomes their weapon, and most victims never see the manipulation happening. They target confident, kind, and trusting people because guilt makes control easy. Slowly, they pull you closer using flattery, attention, and carefully calculated compliments. Then comes the twist inside the twist. The actual manipulation only begins once you trust them completely. They start rewriting your memories and reality. This tactic, called gaslighting, makes victims question their own sanity and judgment. You start apologizing for things that were never your fault at all. Psychopaths rarely feel remorse because guilt requires an emotional connection they lack. Instead, they feel something closer to annoyance whenever their plans get interrupted. Boredom drives them constantly, which is why they crave chaos and drama. Stable, peaceful situations feel unbearably dull to a mind wired for stimulation. This explains why some psychopaths jump between jobs, cities, and relationships quickly. Novelty feeds their brain the same way danger feeds an adrenaline junkie. Not every psychopath becomes violent, but every psychopath becomes skilled at lying. Lying for them feels completely natural, almost like breathing without any effort. Studies show their brains show less activity during dishonesty than honest people. That means lying costs them nothing while it exhausts a person's conscience. This is exactly why polygraph tests often fail against a trained psychopath. Their heart rate barely changes because guilt never completely enters the equation. Now, here's something almost nobody realizes about high-functioning workplace psychopaths. They often rise quickly through companies because confidence gets mistaken for competence. Ruthless decisions, thrown blame, and stolen credit become their favorite career weapons. Coworkers often praise them publicly while quietly feeling uneasy around their presence. That gut feeling of unease is actually your brain detecting emotional mismatch. Trust your instincts because your subconscious notices things your conscious mind misses. Even close friends and family often miss these subtle warning signs completely. So, how do you protect yourself from someone wired this dangerously well? First, stop believing charm automatically means trustworthiness because psychopaths weaponize charm constantly. Second, watch actions over time instead of trusting promises made in moments. Psychopaths are consistent liars but wildly inconsistent when it comes to actions. Third, notice how they treat people who cannot offer them anything back. Waiters, strangers, and powerless people reveal true character better than any interview. Fourth, protect your emotions by limiting how much access you give them. Never confront them directly, because psychopaths view confrontation as an exciting challenge. Instead, quietly create distance while keeping your reactions completely calm and unreadable. Document everything if you must deal with them at work or home. Evidence protects you later when their charm turns into blame and denial. Therapists suggest something called gray rock, becoming boring and unresponsive around them. Boredom repels psychopaths faster than anger could, since boredom kills their stimulation. Remember, you cannot fix a psychopath through love, patience, or endless understanding. Their wiring formed early, often shaped by genetics combined with unstable childhood. Some studies link this wiring to abuse, neglect, or unpredictable parenting styles. Others suggest genetics alone can create this exact pattern, regardless of upbringing. This means blame rarely helps, but awareness protects you in moving forward. Knowledge becomes your armor once you understand exactly how their mind operates. The moment you stop expecting normal guilt, their behavior starts making sense. That single shift alone stops years of confusion, self-blame, and emotional exhaustion. So remember the real twist we mentioned earlier at the beginning today. The most dangerous psychopath is simply not the one who looks threatening. It's the charming, successful, likable person standing right beside you today. Recognizing this pattern early protects your career, your money, and your well-being. The solution isn't trying to change them into someone healthier or kinder. The real solution is changing how quickly you notice, name, and respond. Watch patterns, not promises, because patterns reveal exactly who someone is inside. Trust consistency over charisma, because charisma is cheap while consistency is earned. Protect your empathy by giving it only to people who reciprocate it. Set boundaries early because psychopaths test limits constantly until someone stops them. The healthiest people are not naive, they simply learn dangerous patterns quickly. Understanding psychopathy is not about fear, it's about protection and awareness. You cannot control how others are wired, only how carefully you respond. Share this video with someone who needs to recognize these same patterns. Awareness spreads faster than manipulation could, especially when people understand the science. If this video opened your eyes today, imagine what awareness could prevent. The mind is complicated, but patterns like these remain predictable once understood. You now know more about psychopathy than most people will learn today. Use this knowledge wisely, protect your peace, and trust patterns over performances. That's exactly how psychopaths actually work, and now you understand completely. Stay aware, stay calm, and never let charm override your careful judgment. One final truth remains long after this video ends and you leave. The people wired this way rarely change, but your awareness always can. Notice patterns early, protect your energy, and never ignore your own instincts. That single habit alone will save you from years of hidden manipulation. Not everyone smiling at you deserves the same trust you naturally give. Give trust slowly, earn loyalty carefully, and always watch actions over words. This single mindset shift protects relationships, careers, and your own inner peace. Comment below if someone in your life fits these patterns perfectly today. Subscribe for more videos exploring the hidden psychology behind everyday human behavior.